workflow automation update. It was about 2 videos ago that I shared about a Reddit monitor workflow that I've been building for someone. And basically, if you haven't had a chance to check that out, this automation scans Reddit, specific subreddits, it looks for keywords, and it delivers every single day at 5 a.m. the client's time 10 conversations that are happening that um, meet certain requirements. And so the reason why I've been building this is because I had a discovery meeting with a PR consultant. He shared with me that he's been spending hours just scrolling and searching Reddit for conversations to engage with, specifically for a client that he does PR work for. And so I am very proud to say that within only a few days' work, this automation is live, it's working. Now, keep in mind, the workflow that is working is a test workflow, and so there's a few tweaks that I need to make in order to truly make it live for the client. But yeah, just wanted to give you all a glimpse of what it looks like. So as you can see, this is the PR Reddit monitor, and you will see there just above the third node is a node all by itself called build search queries. That is the live node that I'm still working on that will replace the node just below it, manual test input. But yeah, this is the entire workflow as it stands. And today I'm going to be presenting this workflow to the client. And I wish I could record that conversation to show you all how I like to collaborate with clients when I'm building these types of automations. But it's safe to say that as a developer, as someone who builds these things, I don't like to take it all the way to the finish line. I like to, get it 80 to 90% finished. That way we can have some collaboration between the client and and I can walk them through each node or step and basically get their input and make sure that the final output, which you can see at the very last node that says send a message. This is a Gmail node that sends the final message with the final conversations that were monitored over the span of the last 24 hours time. So yeah, I like to get that input and to just make it a back and forth conversation. That way, when the automation, the final automation is delivered, it really feels like something the client contributed to and was a part of. And I feel like that's very important for me as a builder. I like to just involve the client as much as possible. And so I'll just do a really fast take on what you see here. Now, I haven't actually counted the total number of nodes. Let's see. So it's only 11 nodes. Now there's 12 nodes you will see, but eventually there will be 11 at the very end once this is complete. So the first node, it's the 5 a.m. trigger. This triggers every single day for the monitor to go and jump into certain subreddits, look for those keywords, and identify those conversations. You'll see the fourth node down is called Search Reddit Appify Actor. Previously, I was using an HTTP request node to access Reddit and to identify those conversations, but I kept getting blocked by Reddit, and so I found a workaround. I went to Appify My first time using Appify, but it's cool to see that developers they create these solutions, these tools that they make publicly available, and then if you're into building workflows such as this, you can then embed that tool into your workflow. So I found a Reddit scraper that um, is what you see there, and so this scraper goes and following certain, um, I guess you could call it guardrails that I set, it pulls those conversations. And then let's see, the sixth node down, PR relevance filter. This is a Chat GPT 4.0 mini, I believe, is the model that I chose. But really, all it's doing is making sure that the final input is relevant, or the final output is relevant, because the Reddit scraper will pull about 50 results, and then the PR relevance filter, it makes sure that the 50 are sorted through, and then only 10 conversations are selected. And this also goes back to um, how I approach building workflows for clients. Now, 50 results would be nice, but I feel like truly that would be an inconvenience and possibly overwhelming for a PR consultant who's really just looking to save time and be more efficient and streamline this research process. So that's why I selected 10 results, because I want this to be something that's digestible every single morning for the client, and I want this to serve as a tool that they use every single day. I don't want it to become sort of spam or this inconvenience that just feels like too much information. So yeah, so the relevance filter works through that, and you'll see a little bit further down the line there's a node that says limit to 10. So 10 results are selected, and then finally it's really just a matter at that point of formatting the email. I've been using JavaScript for all of this. I feel like you have more control, and so the format follows JavaScript, and so do a lot of the previous nodes. They all speak in that language. And I think it is important to share that I am self-taught when it comes to coding. I really am a vibe coder. I use certain AI tools in order to create the code. And for me, I think it's not necessarily creating the code that's a challenge. I would say the more time-consuming part is testing the workflows to make sure they work. So I use AI to quickly generate code based on natural language, exactly what I need. I describe it in detail, and then I go ahead and I go through several rounds of testing to make sure that this workflow functions properly. So yeah, then the final node there is a Gmail send a message node, which sends the final formatted daily email to the client at 5 a.m. So I hope you enjoyed this. I plan on possibly showing the whole process of building a workflow like this. But for anyone who's interested in automation, just more broadly, this is a great introduction to what's possible, and one of many repetitive business operational tasks that you could automate.